Hey, we are back. Aren't you glad to see me? Actually, you shouldn't be seeing me. You should be in suptabaddhakonasana with your hands on the chest and stomach. So join me there, close your eyes. And then once you've listened to your breath for a little bit, you could probably just drop the arms by your sides. So give yourself time with that. As we know, we always want to try and really tune into the breath, probably the first time today, to have done that with that active awareness, with consciously being there and not being distracted by everything else. And sometimes it just helps to really feel the breath and the heartbeat. But of course, we're perfectly capable of feeling these things without having the hands there. So maybe we can get to that point and just notice how they play together, what rhythm they have. And then raise your knees, drop your knees to the left side, feet quite far apart, but always find something that feels good for you. Arms could stretch out, and we change sides. Knees to the right. Again, arms could stretch out, but it depends on how much you want to stretch into your sides here as well. What you want to feel in your hips determines how low the knees go. And then up and over into a twist. Right knee first pulls in towards you and then goes over to the left side. Turn the head to the right if that makes sense to us. Obviously, if you've got neck issues, just be comfortable, be aware of what may or may not be good for you. And we change sides, pulling the left knee in towards us and keeping it close to the chest. Come into that lovely twist. Left knee to the right side, head to the left, if that makes sense. And that left shoulder stays heavy. We slowly roll onto the back again and we hug the knees in towards us. We raise our head, our neck, our shoulders and roll into the shoulders. And then dropping the head to the back and raising it again. So nice and slowly, and unhelpfully, it's not very easy to see that because my hair in the way, but I'm not actually dropping the head all the way down. Now I am. Now knees go out and in, toes stay together. Draw circles, and we go in both directions. And from here, raise your arms, your legs, get movement into your fingers, toes, wrists, ankles, and see how much you can already stretch into the backs of the legs without it getting too deep. And arms relax, and we move the legs a little bit more, pointing and dropping the left leg, pointing and dropping the right leg, making sure that the lower back stays on the ground. So you want to feel that connection. You want a little bit of work here in the core, nothing too much. And of course the legs could bend if it gets too much. Good, and then we reach for the feet, coming into Anandbalasana. As always, give yourself time to arrive here, bring the hands to wherever they're comfortable and decide where exactly the feet want to be. So mine are a bit further out than the knees today. Yours could be further in. It's all good. And then we straighten the legs all the way and we bring the feet back in. This time we're going to bring the feet further in as if we wanted them to touch all the heels. So in and out, in and out. And then we straighten the legs and hold. We bring the feet down and hold. And then we keep the left foot where it is and straighten just the right leg. Head turns to the left. We keep ourselves quite heavy here on the whole of the body, and then other side. So meaning we're not dropping to the side. And then straighten both legs. Send yourself a little bit further back. Doesn't have to be all the way at all. But if you wanted to, the legs could go even further apart. And we can interlock the hands. Not too long. We're rolling up into a boat. Legs bent to begin with, arms high. Open up to the right side. And on an inhale, come back. Open up to the left side. And on an inhale, come back. Good. And find your rhythm here. That doesn't have to be in unison with me. Just inhaling as you reach the arms up, exhaling as you twist. And the feet could be on the ground, the legs could be straight, whatever works here. And from here, once you've done both sides, lower the legs. This is hard with the legs straight. Bend them if you need to. and come into a cross-leg position from here. Shukhasana, happy pose, easy pose. And we change sides. So the one we naturally went to, we're going to change. We're going to start with the left arm, taking it from one side to the other. We can go deeper with our gaze as well. So you might look up or start to look up if you wanted to, take things further to the back. And then we stay, we look up to the ceiling, we open the palm to the ceiling and reach and breathe and back. We change sides. This is probably the side that's more natural for you. And we take that right arm to the side and over to where it came from, or even further back. And then we hold and look up to the ceiling, open the palm to the ceiling and breathe. Release. Left arm up and over to the right side, right arm up and over to the left side. Just a bit more movement, and maybe we'll also go deeper every time, but we don't have to. I say that a lot, don't I? I'm going to stop saying it. No, I won't. Inhale, raise the arms, walk up an imaginary ladder, bit of movement into the wrists, flexing the hands, and then push your elbows down and up. So when I say flexing the hands, you want to spread the fingers wide and just gently bring the fingertips a little bit further towards the back here. The head is optional. We could raise it and lower it, but we don't have to. And then here, this is my favorite, arms up and down. And you can't hear this, obviously, but we're going to apply a really strong breath, Kundalini style. So it could be twice the speed, as I just did, or just strong breaths in as you go up, out as you go down. However much heat you want to create. And then hands onto the shoulders and out, and we keep that up, and same breath here as well. You can see that a little bit in my stomach, so there's a lot of breathing going on there. Diaphragmatic breath. So keep it low, high. Arms to the front and then hands onto the shoulders, just as we did before, but just elbows staying at the front. Strong breaths. And then reach the arms up again, float the arms down. From here we just roll into the shoulders, hands can stay on the knees. Just gentle rolls. Look to the right side, and then from there draw a half circle or more, and back. And we go again. So again, you want to try and make sure that whatever you do here is pleasurable for you. You could come into a full circle, but if that's not your thing, then keep it to half circles. And from here, arms to the front, we pull our left wrist to the right side, rounding the back, dropping the head. We pull our right wrist to the left side. And hands on the knees, we come back up and make our way onto all fours. And from all fours, we make sure that we're aligning the wrists and shoulders, the knees and hips, and we draw circles around the wrists. As always, we make sure that we use every part of the hand here to support us. The fingers are just as important as the heel of the hand. The fingertips are just as important as the rest of the hand. And we tuck the toes under, raise the knees just off the ground. A little bit of space there. And we hold. If that gets too much, of course, you know your options. And we start arching and rounding the back. And as we do in our normal traditional Asana, we want to make sure that there's space between the shoulder blades, both as we arch and as we round. And then we come forwards and back a bit here. Knees still off the ground if that's not too much for you. And then knees down. Tuck your right toes under so that the knee comes up and you press your hips to the back. You can press your right knee away with your right hand. But if it's more comfortable to keep the right arm at the front, that's also fine. And then same on the other side, tucking the left toes under, pushing to the back, using the left hand, probably, potentially, whatever, to push that left knee towards the back and onto all fours again. Now inhale, raise your right arm. Can go further back as well, as far back as you want. And on an exhale, that arm goes over to the left side. We hover the arm and the head to feel the strength in the left arm. We inhale and raise the arm, opening up, and we exhale and go over to the left side. Same thing a few more times. I think I did 3 times. So this might be the time. Yes, no, not quite. Yes, a few. As I said, now from here, release the head, release your arm, and maybe, and this is just one of many options, adjust here to raise that left leg and to bring the left arm behind you. Or you could hold on to the foot as well, left hand to left foot. And we come back slowly. Hooray! Other side. Breathe in. Left arm goes up. Couple of breaths here before we move. And on an exhale, whenever that is for you, you can take that left arm and bring it over to the right side. Again, we are hovering and we're holding here as well. Head off the ground, shoulder off the ground. Right arm active. And we move. Inhaling, raising the arm, exhaling, going over to the right side. And again, a few of these. And then for the fourth one, we will settle. Arm comes down, head comes down, and once we're comfortable, we can do all sorts of other things with the right arm and the right leg. And release. Coming back into Pavanmukhtasana or tabletop pose. Round your back, hips side to side if that feels good. And we arch our back and look up. Long arms. Left arm to the front, right arm to the back, and we raise and bring them together. Inhaling, opening up. Exhaling, knee to elbow, and the head comes with. Then we hold on and maybe bring the chin towards that left shoulder. It's obviously a possibility to stay in that balancing tabletop from before. Now right foot to the front, come onto your forearms if you can. So the idea is to just come a little bit lower and slowly press the hips to the back to straighten the right leg. Press the hips further forwards to bend that leg more. And we take ourselves back. And we're ready for the other side. Breathing in, we send the right arm and left leg away from us. Inhaling up, exhaling together. Inhaling and arching, exhaling and rounding. And we bind, raising that left knee a bit higher, pressing the foot into the hand, and the chin can come to the right shoulder if that doesn't unbalance you. And release, bringing the left foot to the front, coming a little bit lower with the torso. Just letting yourself drop. Slowly from here, straighten the leg and come further forwards than you did before. And then make your way into Malasana, so stepping the right foot to the front. Just a regular forward fold, a wide leg forward fold. Raise your right arm, left leg is bending as you open up. And change sides, left arm up, right leg bends. And straighten the arms and torso, fingertips to the shins, shift your weight to the back, and then forwards into the toes. Arms to the front, not an easy thing to do, and we come up with a straight back. Breathe into a little back bend, and breathe out, Anjali Mudra. Bring the feet together, and I'm going to face you, coming into Vinyasa or the tree pose, bringing the left foot to the right inner thigh, or testing if that works. If we feel comfortable there, the foot can be lower, could even be on the ground. And then I want to play around a little bit with where we're looking. Easier to look to the front. Slightly harder to look to your foot there. You might see your toes. Will have an effect on your balance. The further away you look, the more our vision, right? Our field of vision, the more we can make sense of where we are in space, because we see all these things around us. We could now even try to look to our fingertips, even harder. and release, change sides. And with all of that, there's no right amount of time that you should hold anywhere, and can vary from one side to the other, from one day to the other. So just see what your balance is capable of today, what challenges you, but not so much that your breathing changes. So you might look down to the ground, you might already be there. For all I know, you're laughing at these little gentle ways that I'm breaking it to you, and you're already closing the eyes in that vyagrasana, in that tree pose. And if so, good for you. Looking to the fingertips significantly harder, it's these tiny little things. And we release and come to the front of the mat. Feet together, we roll the shoulders to the back and down, open the palms to the front. Slide the shoulders down and then inhale, raise your arms, look up. On an exhale, whenever that is for you, come halfway down, hands higher than the shoulders if you can manage. And then release. On your next inhale, you want to step the right foot to the back and sink the hips down as you exhale. Stay, maybe opening the torso to the front a little bit, and then step your right foot to the back. We're holding that plank. We're dropping the knees, chest and chin, arching the back, elbows high, shoulders high. Squeeze the shoulder blades. And inhale, drop the hips, raise the chest. And remembering, we always want the pubic bone in touch with the ground and the legs slightly, arms slightly bent in Bhujangasana, in that cobra. Into Parvatasana, which we'll also hold, and feel free to paddle a little bit, seeing how the legs might be a bit tight, or the backs of the legs. Right leg goes up, and we flex the foot, drop the heel. This is optional, some people don't like it. So obviously, adapt in whichever way you want. Right foot steps to the front, and we step the left foot to the front. We breathe in and come up to standing. And exhale, hands to the heart center. And we go again, breathing in, raising the arms. And on an exhale, fold halfway down, arms this time next to the ears. This is obviously harder. Drop all the way down into a forward fold. And on your next inhale, step your left foot to the back. Sinking the hips down, raising the chest a bit. Exhale into a plank and hold that plank. And drop your knees, chest and chin. Again, that could be an exhale, of course, as we're flowing, it'll be a hold. Breathe in, arch in your cobra. Even if you're high, there's a little bend in the arms. And breathe out, coming into Parvatasana, mountain pose, and downward dog. Inhale, raise your left arm. Leg. I'm going to leave that in. Exhale, flex the foot, drop the heel. And then exhale, step the foot to the front. Step your right foot to the front. And inhale with the arms next to the ears, come up to standing. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Breathe in, arms go up. Breathe out, fold forwards. Inhale, right foot to the back. Exhale, left foot to the back. Now we're getting into that breath. Hold as we drop down. Inhale, arch. Exhale, downward dog or mountain. Inhale, right foot up and to the front. Exhale, left foot to the front. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, left foot. Exhale, right foot. Hold your breath, maybe chaturanga, doesn't have to be. Inhale, then of course you could do upward dog, and exhale, downward dog or mountain. Breathe in, left foot up and to the front. Breathe out, right foot to the front. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, Anjali Mudra. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, right foot to the back. Exhale, left foot to the back. Hold your breath, drop down. Inhale and arch. Exhale, push the hips up. Inhale, right foot to the front. Exhale, left foot to the front. Inhale, come up to standing. Exhale, hands to the heart center. And we open up again on the inhale. Exhaling as we're folding forwards. Breathe in, left foot to the back, out, right foot. Hold, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog, mountain. Breathe in, left foot to the front. Out, right foot to the front. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Breathing in, Hastottanasana. Breathing out, Uttanasana. Inhaling into a halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhaling into a plank or even a low plank. Inhaling, upward dog, legs off the ground, hands, feet are on. Exhaling, Pardhatasana. Bend your legs, look forward, make your way to the front. And inhale, come up to standing. Exhale, Anjali Mudra. Inhale, rise into a little back bend. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, halfway lift with the fingers on the ground. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale and arch. Exhale, push the hips up, lengthening arms, legs, spine. Jump to the front or step. And breathe in, come up to standing. Breathe out, hands to the heart center. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, fold forwards. Breathe in, chair pose. Fierce pose, really, if we're literally translating it. Strong pose, knees together, feet together. Long spine rather than an arch or a round. Hips to the back, knees to the back, and we jump into a low plank. Inhale into upward dog. Exhale, push up. Inhale, right leg goes up into the front. That going up is obviously optional. Inhale, arms up here, Ashwa Sanchalanasana. Exhale, warrior two. Feeling the breath. Straighten your right leg and come forwards and down into Trikonasana, triangle pose. And hands to the ground, we open up into a twisted lunge with that right arm going up. Now grab hold of that left foot with the right hand. Knee goes high, we look to the front, we slowly come up. I'm saying it as if it was easy, but of course our little balance work in Vrikshasana has hopefully helped with our balance here as well. Breathe in, coming to standing. Breathe out, hands to the heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forwards. And we come back into our chair, but we could also come into Kargasana. So if you wanted to come lower, go for it. And then breathe in. And as you exhale, step or jump into a low plank. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, hips go up. Breathe in, left leg goes up. Breathe out, step to the front. Sink the hips down, right heel off the ground as we come back up into our lovely moving horse. Ashva, the horse. Open up into warrior two, checking on the hands. Keeping them high. When in doubt, higher than the shoulders. And then straighten your leg, both legs stay straight as we come into our lovely triangle. Adjusting the torso in any way we need to. And then onto that twisted lunge, left arm up. Breathe. Grab hold of your right foot with the left hand. Raising the knee high, and then from here, head goes to the front. We guide ourselves into Natarajasana. Lord of performers, Lord of dance. Natas, obviously from dancing. Raj, king. And we inhale and come to standing, a little back bend maybe. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Breathe in, arms go up. Breathe out, fold forwards. Inhale, halfway lift, although you could do something else here if you wanted as well. Wherever is good. Giving you all the options. And on our next exhale, we're going to jump into a plank again, or a low plank. Inhale into upward dog. Exhale, downward dog or mountain. And we'll take a few moments to deepen here, but you can already come into child's pose if you like, because this is the end of the free YouTube class. Of course, there's a link in the description to the full class on my subscription platform. See you soon. Mwah!